Hey, everybody, and welcome back to our study in Proverbs. Whenever I was younger, I continually would go try to get to the front of the line and during the fellowship meals because someone would always bring fried chicken to every fellowship meal. And I knew that there was a limited amount of drumsticks available. And of course, I didn't like to eat because I was a very picky eater. I didn't like to eat most of the food of the fellowship meal. And so I had to go for the fried chicken. And if I had to go for the fried chicken, there's one thing I wanted above all else. It was the drumstick. So even though I should have let some of the maybe more older people, more elderly people go first, I would always try to jump in the line as much as possible so that way I could try to get those drumsticks before they were gone. And I see this as well sometimes with my youth group. The food gets set out, we say our prayer, and they start running towards the food because they want to get the biggest slices of pizza or maybe the biggest pieces of dessert. We as people tend to like to have the best things. We want to have the best things, sit in the best places, and have the most desirable of situations. But the writer of Proverbs tells us in Proverbs chapter 25, verses 6 and 7, do not put yourself forward in the king's presence or stand in the place of the great, for it is better to be told, come up here, than to be put lower in the presence of a noble.
The writer of Proverbs is talking about something that's really important. We shouldn't be standing up and say, pick me," or "Let me go first. Let me go first," or "I want that. I want that seat over there. I want that best seat." Instead, it's much more noble to be told, "Hey," to be invited. "Come on, come over here and sit." It reminds me of what Peter says in First Peter 5 and verse 6, in response to our relationship with God. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, so that at the proper time he may exalt you, casting all your anxieties on him because he cares for you. In order to be exalted or put in the best seats by God, we need to be humble before him and let God do the exalting rather than ourselves. If you toot your own horn, that song that you're tooting, you're singing is really not all that valuable. Nobody cares. Anybody can talk about how great they are, but it makes a difference when other people have nice things to say or other people exalt us. That's different. It also reminds me of what Jesus said about how the last will be first and the first will be last. It's not about exalting ourselves. It's not about being proud and exalted in our hearts. Instead, it's being humble and looking for the ways we can serve God and serve others. So let's look throughout this week for ways we can help other people and ways we can put other people first in our lives. Thank you for joining us today. Have a great day.